This is the third topic of chapter number 2, linear programming problem. Just I will revise for 5 minutes the linear programming problem where we discuss about the profit and loss. We maximize our profit to be maximized, and loss, if any, to be minimized. So profit always maximize, loss always minimize. This is. Then we learn how to change any problem, any theoretical problem. How to change any theoretical problem into linear programming problem. There are 3 important points for the linear programming problem. One is the objective function that we maximize or minimize. Minimize C1x1 plus C2x2. C1 and C2 cost. So maximize or minimize that. So this is called objective function. Please practice these things. What is this? This is objective function. This type of small 1 mark question for midterm. And if we write a1x1 plus a2x2 less than or greater than, then it is called a constraint. Constraints. Clear? And the last one is where the variables are all greater than equal to 0. They are always, it is always greater than equal to 0. These are called non-negative restrictions. These are non-negative restrictions. So my dear friends, these are the 3 important points for the linear programming problem: objective function, constraints, and the non-negative restrictions. So this is step number 1. In this step, we write any theoretical problem into linear programming problem. This you must understand. We have already finished this topic. Then, if you want to solve any linear programming problem, there are 2 methods. Method number 1 is graphical method, and method number 2 is simplex method. There are 2 methods to solve: graphical method and simplex method. Simplex method we will start, start in the next lecture. That means we will start it on Thursday. Clear? Now I'm talking today about the graphical method. Graphical method, the first one is the graphical. There are 3 important factors for the graphical, 3 important ways. One is the graphical method. What we are doing in graphical method? In graphical method, the maximum z is equal to 2x plus 3y, and we are writing every constraint equals to, means whether it is less than or greater than, we are writing them equal. 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and xy greater than equal to 0. Non-negative restrictions. Here, from here, what we do? We find a reason. We find a reason, like this is the reason. If this is the reason, then my dear friends, we make one line. Clear? And this line is called, if question is for maximum, we call it iso profit line. And if question is for minimum, we call it iso cost line. Iso profit line, iso cost line. Clear? So if this is the maximum point, then this line, clear? Then this line is iso profit line, and if this point is minimum, then this line is called iso cost line. This is how we are doing in the graphical method. That means if I take, let us take, let me take example. Yes. If I take this question, clear? So what I will do, I will draw one line here like this one. If I am moving like this, if I calculate the maximum value, then this line is called, this black line is called iso profit line. But if I am calculating the minimum value, means the corner towards the origin, last corner towards origin, this point is called, this line is called iso cost line. Clear? So dear friends, this is method number 1, where we are calculating, where we are finding the value of the objective function, maximum value and minimum value, using iso profit line and iso cost line. This is method number 1. Then this we have already studied. Then we study graphical algebraic method. Then we study graphical algebraic method. Graphical algebraic method means what? In this method, if this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, and this is the region. If this is the region, this is corner number 1, this is corner number 2, this is corner number 3, this is corner number 4. So as I told you, the optimal solution, as I told you, optimal solution always lies on the corner of the feasible region. If this is the feasible region, this bounded feasible region, then there are 4 corners, corner number 1, corner number 2, 3 and 4. These 4 corners, we make a table here. We do not draw the iso profit line and iso cost line. We make one table. Here we call it vertex. It is O, A, B, C, 4 corners. So O, A, B and C. And then we calculate the Z value. Z value of Z. So if value is 0 is 0, here at A is 15, B is 29, C is 30, 23. Clear? If these values comes, so in graphical algebraic method we make the graph, we search the corners, because the optimal solution, optimal means maximum or minimum. What do you mean by optimal? The optimal meaning is either maximum or the minimum. So optimal solution always lies at the corner, corner 1, 2, 3, 4. So we calculate the value of Z. So we can calculate this is the minimum value and we can say this is the maximum value. Clear? We are not drawing any iso profit or iso cost line. No. The method number 1 is graphical method, where we are finding the optimal solution using iso profit and iso cost line. This is method number 2. What we are doing here? Here we know that the optimal solution always lies at the corner. Always lies at the corner. So we are calculating the value of Z at 4 corners. And then we are searching, this is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. This is graphical algebraic method. Now dear friends, today we are starting the third one method. And the third one method is algebraic method. Algebraic method. In this method, we do not form a graph. What is the good thing about this method? In this method, we are not making any graph. We do not form a graph. Clear? But we search the total corners. Here in this, we search the total corners. Clear? So how we search the total corners, that I will explain you later. What is the good thing about algebraic method? Good thing is, number one thing, we do not form a graph. This is the point number one. That is important point. What is the point number two? If you can see, you remember, in graphical method, we can solve only two variable problem. Two variable. All equations are given in terms of x and y. Clear? But in algebraic method, the good thing is we can solve any number of variables. We can solve any number of variable problems using algebraic method. Clear? Please remember this. What are the two advantages of algebraic method? No need to make the graph. No need to form a graph. We do not form a graph. And another problem is, another good advantage is, if three variables x, y, z are there, we can solve. If four variables are there, we can solve. Clear? But if two variables are there, then we can use graphical method or algebraic method. But if three variables are there, we cannot solve by graphical method. Clear? One more thing, if you remember, when I was explaining you graphical method, then I told you in graphical method we directly change less than and greater than into equal sign. Less than and greater than, we directly change into equal sign. Let these are equal. But in algebraic method we cannot do like this. So here in case of algebraic method, two type of variables I am going to define, and please remember these. The first one is slack variable. So what is a slack variable? A variable that is used to convert less than and equal to. Less than and equal to means this one, into equal. Clear? So slack variable is a variable that is used to change less than constraint into equal. Clear? That is used to convert into by adding S1 towards left side is called slack variable. What we call it? We call it slack variable. And if the equation is there like 2x plus 3y less than equal to 5. So how you will change this? 2x plus 3y, because here is less than. If you see, less than means this side is small and this side is big, because this is less than. So this side is small. So what we do? we want to make them equal. So how will you do? You will add something, plus something. If you plus in the small part, it will be equal to the big part. So how we are doing? 2x plus 3y plus s1 equal to 5. This is how we are changing less than equal to inequality into equal. Clear? Another example we will take, x minus 3y less than equal to say 17. So how will do it? It is x minus 3y plus s1, and now less than will change into equal 17. This is how we change any less than inequality into equal. And my dear friends, if you are making plus, this is plus, clear? Then these are called slack variables. Slack variables are those variables that is used to change less than and equal to inequality into equal by adding some variable plus s1. Okay. Now another thing is surplus variable. SURPLUS, surplus variable. A variable that is used to change greater than and equal to. Greater than and equal to means this one sign. Greater than and equal to into equal by, in the previous we were making plus, here by subtracting. By subtracting over left side is called a surplus variable. So what is a surplus variable? Surplus variable we always subtract. How? Let us see. 2x plus 3y greater than 10. So now the left side is greater than. This side is big. This side is small. So how we can change them equal? By minus something, because big minus, it will become equal to small. So how we are going to do? 2x plus 3y minus s1 equal to 10. This minus s1 is called surplus variable. So if less than sign is there, it is plus s1. This is called slack variable. If greater than sign is there, it is minus s1. This is called surplus variable. These two things you need to remember. Okay. Now, if you, let us take another example, greater than 12. So it is 4x minus 3y minus s2 equal to 12. Because here is a greater than sign, so we are making it minus s2. This is how we are calculating how we are changing any inequality into equality. Inequality into equality. So if less than is there, plus s1. If greater than is there, minus s1. Okay. So let us take one example so that we can understand how we are going to do all of these things. Okay. So let me take you one example. This example is given on page 43. Solve the LPP using algebraic method. Solve the LPP using algebraic method. What is the LPP? It is max z equals to 6x plus 5y subjected to what are the constraints? X plus y less than 5 and 3x plus 2y less than 12. And what are the non-negative restrictions? X, y greater than 0. This is the given LPP. Now, dear friends, I am adding slack and surplus variables. So, adding slack and surplus variables. Let us do it. So max z equals to 6x plus 5y. There is no change here. And if you want to write it x plus y, look, here is less than symbol. So what we'll do? Plus s1 equal to 5. Here also less than symbol. So it is 3x plus 2y plus s2 equal to 12. So dear friends, in this equation 1 less than, we add plus s1, and in the another equation less than, we add plus s2. And what are the variables now? X, y, s1, s2. There are 4 variables. These are given variables. These are called non-basic variables. I will tell you later. And s1 and s2, we include the other 2 variables, slack variables, and they will be greater than equal to 0. Every variable will remain positive. These are the non-negative restrictions. Now I want to ask you, you understand how to change it? Hello, everybody sleeping or somebody listening me?
Yes, yes, sir.
So you understand all these things?
Yes.
Okay. Now, another important thing I am going to tell you is, if you see how many number of variables, if you see how many number of variables here, it is x, y, s1, s2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are variables are 4. Clear? Now, how many equations? 1 and 2. Number of equations is equal to 2. Now we'll move towards the question here. My dear friends, if I talk you about this question, so how we solve in graphical method? In graphical method, we draw the lines like this one, and then there are, what is the method number 1? Method number 1 is, we'll make one line, iso profit line, iso cost line. This is iso cost line, this is iso profit line. This is method number 1. Okay. Remove method number 1. Now what is method number 2? Find the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 corners. Find the value of z. Make a table. Clear? Vertex and z value. Clear? Make the table and find the value of z from at these 4 corners. Search the maximum value, search the minimum value. But my dear friends, now the method is different. Clear? If you can see, what is this? This is the intersection of this line and this line. Every corner is an intersection of 2 lines. What I am telling you, every corner is a intersection of any two lines. Every corner is an intersection of any two lines. Like you can see, if we search about this corner, so this is clear. If you search about this corner, it is the intersection of x-axis and this line. If you search about this corner, then this is the intersection of this line and this line. Clear? If you search the intersection of this, so it is the intersection of this line and this line. So every corner is how many corners here? If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So my dear friends, there are 6 possible corners in this problem. 6 possible corners. So how do you find that there are 6 possible corners? We can find the 6 possible corners because graph is there. From the graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if graph is not there, how do you find there are 6 possible corners? So my dear friends, this is I'm going to explain you. Here, this is the objective function, these two are the constants, and this is the non-negative restrictions. Now we add slack variable and surplus variables. So how many variables now we have? We have 4 variables. How many equations we have? We have only equation 1, equation 2. So there are 2 equations we have. 2 equations and 4 variables. So dear friends, I am going to evaluate number of possible corners is equal to, clear, we are not making graph is not there, but without graph, how would you find, how do you think about it that how many possible corners are there? So it is always number of variables combination with number of equations. 4C2. Now it is another different term. What is 4C2? So my dear friends, this you study in applied mathematics while you were studying permutations and combinations. Permutations are denoted by P and combinations are denoted by C. So what is this? If number of variables are equal to m and number of equations are equal to n, then my dear friends, number of, this is direct way I am telling you, number of possible corners. Or there is another way also, number of basic variables. Number of basic, not variable, number of basic solutions. And my dear friends, there is another name also, number of non-basic solutions. Clear? All these 3 are equal to MCN. This is how we write it, MCN. MCN, number of possible corner you can say, number of basic solutions you can say, and number of non-basic solutions you can say. So now I will teach you these things. Don't worry, what are the basic and non-basic. So it is MCN. What is the value of MCN? It is factorial M upon factorial N into factorial M minus N. The value of MCN you studied in applied mathematics. it is equal to factorial m upon factorial n into factorial m minus n. How to calculate the factorial? So my dear friends, if we want to calculate the factorial, so factorial m is equal to m subtract 1, subtract 2, multiply and reach 3 to 1. So every time you need to subtract 1, clear, and last you need to reach at 1. Like if you want to find the value of factorial 5, so it will be 5 minus 1, 4, then minus 5 minus 2, it is 3, or you can say 4 minus 1, 3. It is both way, 5 minus 2, 3, 4 minus 1, 3. Then it is 2. It is 5 minus 3, 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, 4, 3 minus 1. So what we are doing? 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1, it is 1. And we need to stop at 1. The moment you get 1, stop. So factorial 5 is equal to how much? Factorial 5 is equal to 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. Multiply 5 times 4, 20, 20 times 3, 60, 60 times 2, it is 120. So the value of factorial 5 is 120. One more question, if you want to solve, you can calculate the value of factorial 3. So it will be 3 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Stop at 1. The moment you get 1, stop. 3 times 2, 6 into 1 is 6. This is clear. So this is how you calculate. Now question comes, what is the value of 4C2? The value of 4C2. So let us calculate the value of 4C2. So it is factorial 4 upon factorial 2 into factorial 4 minus 2. This is the question. Factorial 4, factorial 2 and factorial minus 4 minus 2. So how much it is? Factorial 4 upon factorial 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So factorial 2. Now calculate the values of these variables. Factorial 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now factorial 2. 2, 1. Again factorial 2. 2, 1. This is. Now 2, 1, 2, 1 cancelled. So how much it is? 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2 and it is 6. 12 divided 2 is 6. So my dear friends, how many corners possible? 6 corners possible. And the same thing my dear friends, I explained you from this question. Without graph, I did not, you can see here, I did not explain you any graph, but this is the standard problem. I changed this into with the equal signs by adding slack and surplus. Then I find number of variables 4, number of equations 2, and I calculate there are 6 possible corners. And my dear friends, it is same to same. 6 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The 6 corners, the problem graph have 6 corners we are evaluating. So dear friends, without graph we can solve this question. Now, what are the 6 possible corners? Now, let us see. Look, it is X, Y, S1, S2. So first corner will be XY. Second corner will be X, S1. Third corner will be X, S2. All combinations you need to make. Now, X connected with all. Now let us connect Y. Y with X already here. Y with S1. So Y, S1. Y with S2. Y, S2. Clear? Now coming with S1 with Y is there. S1 with X is there. S1, S2. So dear friends, these are the 6 possible corners. One corner is with xy, another is xs1, xs2, ys1, ys2 and s1, s2. And dear friends, these 6 possible corners, x1x, xy, xs1, these are called non-basic variables. These are called non-basic variable. So x and y are the non-basic variable. In case 1, there are 6 cases. These are 6 corner means 6 possible cases. So here xy is the possible non-basic solution. And my dear friends, now I will make the table. Algebraic. So this table we are going to make now. Here we will write the non-basic. So it will be xy, xs1, xs2, ys1, ys2 and s1, s2. These are the, you can see here, these are the 6 possible cases. Six I have evaluated these. These I have mentioned in the non-basic variable. And my dear friends, this is the very important question. All non-basic variables. This is a 1 mark question, true false. All non-basic variables are always 0. Please remember. Clear? So x is 0, y is 0. Here x is 0, s1 is 0. X is 0, s2 is 0. Sorry, s2 is 0. Y is 0, s1 is 0. Y is 0, s2 is 0. S1 and S2 are 0. So this is the first thing about this question. Now I will tell you again stepwise how you need to do it. First, the given problem is there. You need to change it into equality by adding slack variable and surplus variable. This is step 1. Then calculate how many possible solutions are there. How many possible corners are there? How many possible non-basic solutions are there? These are non-basic solutions. So, how many non-basic solutions? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the 6 non-basic solutions. And my dear friends, non-basic solutions are always 0. This is. Now, how many total variables? X, Y, S1, S2. If X and Y are non-basic, what are the basic solutions? S1, S2. If X, S1 are the non-basic, Y, S2 are the basic. Remaining are basic solution. X, S2, Y, S1. Y, S1, X, S2, Y, S2, X, S1, and S1, S2 are the basic solutions, so non-basic solutions, so X, Y are the basic solutions. This is, now I am making tables sequentially. First I write non-basic solution variables, then I put their values equal to 0, because non-basic variables are always 0. Then I write the basic variables. Non-basic are 0, basic are not 0. Remember this. Dear friends, now, what are the equations? There are 2 equations. And I want to write these 2 equations. What are the equations? X plus Y plus S1 equal to 5. And 3x plus 2y plus S2 is equal to 12. Now we will take condition number 1. What is condition number 1? See the question. Condition number 1 is x0, y0. And you need to find the value of what? You need to find the value of S1 and S2. This is the next step. So x and y0. X and y0. So 0 plus 0, or you can write here. It will be more easy. X0, y0. So this 0, 0 plus 0 plus S1 is equal to 5. 0 plus 0 plus S2 is equal to 12. So S1 is 5, S2 is 12. S1 is 5, S2 is 12. Clear? Now, he is talking about the point. Point means x comma y. The value of x is 0, y is 0. This is the 0, 0 point. Is it feasible if all values of variables are plus? This is plus, this is plus, this is plus, this is plus. No negative. Feasible? Yes, it is feasible. If it is feasible, what is the z value? Now let the maximum z is how much? It is 6x plus 5y. So put the value 6 into 0 plus 5 into 0. So the answer is 0, my friends. This is equation number, this is condition number 1. Same way we are going to solve all 6 conditions. Condition number 1 was x0, y0. We find S1 and S2. Now in the second condition, x0, S10. Condition number 2 is x0 and S20. Not x2, x1, S10. So let us take equation 1. X0 plus y plus S10, 5. So what is the value of y? It is 5. You can calculate. Now second equation, x0, so 0, y, 2 into 5, 10, S2 equal to 12. So S2 equal to 12 minus 10, it is 2. So the value of y is 5 and the value of S2 is 2. This is the second, 5 and 2. Here the value is 5 and here the value is 2. So what is the point? X, y, 0 and 5. Is it feasible? Plus, 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 plus. Yes, it is feasible. If it is feasible, what is the z value? 0, 5. 6 into 0, 5 into 5. You need to put 0 and 5. 6 into 0 is 0, 5 into 5 is 25. So the answer is 25 here. This is step number 2. Now we'll move to step number 3. What is step? X and S20. X and S20. Now take the last equation because x and S2 are 0. So 0 plus 2y plus S20 is equal to 12. So what is the value of y? Divide by 2, 6. Now put these values in equation 1. So what it will be? X0, y6, S1 is equal to 5. So S1 is equal to 5 minus 6, the minus 1. So the value of y is 6, S1 is minus 1. 6 and minus 1. Now what is the point? X, y, 0, 6. Is it feasible? No, my dear friends, because here one value is negative. No. And if not feasible, there is no value of z. So this point is not feasible because S1 becomes negative. The moment any variable becomes negative, that point will not be included in the feasible region. Now, number 4, y S1. Number 4 is y is 0, S1 is 0. Let us take equation 1, y and S1. So x plus y is 0, S1 is 0 is equal to 5. So x value is 5. X is equal to 5. Now put in equation 2. 3 into 5, 15. Because we are putting value here. 3 into 5, 15. Plus 2y. 2y. Oh, y is 0. So this is 0. Y is 0 here. And plus S2 is equal to 12. So S2 is equal to 12 minus 15 minus 3. So 5 and minus 3. The value is 5 and the value is minus 3. So what is the point? X, y, 5, 0. And because negative value is there, is it feasible? No. Dash. Now, the next point, y S2. Y and S2 are 0. Fifth one, y is equal to 0, S2 is equal to 0. So y and S2 are 0 means we'll take second equation. 3x plus y0, S2 0 is equal to 12. So x is equal to how much? Divide by 3. 12 divided 3 is 4. Now, taking equation 1. X is 4. Y is 0. S1 is equal to 5. So this implies S1 is equal to 5 minus 4. It is 1. So the value is 4, 1. The value here is 4. The value here is 1. 4, 1. So what is the point? 4, 0. Is it feasible? Yes, because all values are plus. 4, 0, 0, 1. Positive. Now find the value of Z. 6 into 4 plus 5 into 0. 6 into 4, 5 into 0. 24 plus 0. So the answer is 24. Now the last one. S1 and S2 are 0. This is little difficult, but you have already studied it. So S1, point number 6. S1 is 0, S2 is 0. So if S1 is 0, what we'll get? X plus Y is equal to 5. And if S2 is 0, what you will get? 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Now you need to find the value of x and y from these two equations. So how can you solve? Here is 2y, make 2y here. So multiply by 2. 2 into x, 2 into y, 2 into 5. And what is the next equation? 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Minus, 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 minus. This class. So what we are getting? 2x minus 3x is equal to 10 minus 12. So it is minus x minus 2. Divide by negative. So you will get the value of x is 2. And if the value of x is 2, take this equation. 2 plus y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5 minus 2. Y is 3. So answer is, solution is x2, y3. x2, y3. Clear? What is the point? Point is x, y, 2, 3. Is it feasible? Positive, 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 positive. Yes, it is feasible. Now calculate the value. 6 into 2 plus 5 into 3. 6 into 2 is 12, 5 into 3 is 15, 12 plus 15 is 27. So dear friends, if you can see how many feasible corners we are having, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Only 4 feasible corners. And you can see in this question, how many feasible corners we had? 1, 2, 3 and 4. This corner and this corner are not feasible corners. What is this corner? This is 5, 0 and this is not 0, 5, 0 and this is 0, 6. 5, 0 and 0, 6 are not feasible corners. You can see 5, 0 and 0, 6 are not feasible corners. So the same solution, whatever you get from the graph, we are getting the solution with the algebraic method without graph. And my dear friends, you can see what is the maximum value? It is 27. What is the maximum value? Maximum value Z is equal to 27. And the optimal solution is what? X is equal to 2, Y is equal to 3. This is the optimal point where the optimal solution you are getting. And what is the minimum value? Minimum value is 0. And what is the optimal point? X0, Y0. So that's all. This is the question that I need to explain you. In this question, what good thing is, first you need to change them into equal, then find the possible solutions, and then the important point comes. What is the important point? You need to write these 6 pairs. It is always first xy, then xs1, then xs2, like this one. And these are called non-basic variables. And if we are calling them non-basic variables, then non-basic variables, these are the non-basic variables, these have the value 0. 0, you can see. Non-basic variables always have the solution 0. Now I will ask you one question. Please be ready to answer the question. The question number 5. Please read this question number 5 and tell me what are the basic variables. What is the question? If a optimal solution of the linear programming problem with the 2 constraint is this: x is equal to 8, y is equal to 0, s1 is equal to 5, s2 is equal to 0. Then out of these 4, 2 variables are, okay, I will write on the paint. X is equal to 0, s1 is equal, sorry, y is equal to, no, x1 is equal to 8. 8, y is equal to 0, s1 is equal to 5 and s2 is equal to 0. If these are the 4 solutions of a linear programming problem, now the question is, what are the basic variables? And what are the non-basic variables? Can anyone answer this question? I told you, you just read this line. What line you need to read? This line. All non-basic variables are 0. All non-basic variables are 0. These are non-basic variables, y and s2. What else? This one and this one, x and s1 are the basic variables. Please practice this type of question. What is the solution? If the solution of sum now the question is, what are the basic variables? Can anyone please explain me? Yes, can you hear me or sleeping everybody? Hello? I do not know. Can you listen me or you cannot listen me?
Wait, I can listen, sir.
So I'm asking you a very simple question. Out of these 6, what are the basic variables? So I explained you. If 0, then it is a non-basic variable. If it is not 0, then it is a basic variable. So what are the basic variables?
Z
It is
and
Z,
S1, S3.
S3. The very simple answer. So my dear friends, you will find these type of questions in your midterm. Please practice, please listen carefully. If the variables are 0, it is non-basic. Non-basic. If the variable are not 0, it is basic. Remember. So basic variables are Z, S1 and S3. These are basic because they are not 0. And if it is 0, these are called non-basic variables. These type of questions please practice. Okay. Now, so we have finished a question with how many equations? 2 equations and 2 decision variables, and we find the solution non-basic as well as basic. Now I will take one more question, and the question is algebraic example. Yes, this is the question. What is the question? Question is minimum Z equals to 20x plus 15y. This is x plus y, this is the constant, this is the constant. How many constraints? 3 constraints. So what is the step 1? You need to change it into equal, so greater than surplus variable, less than slack variable, greater than surplus variable. So dear friends, how many x plus y minus s1 is equal to minus because greater than, plus less than, minus greater than. So this is surplus variable, slack variable, surplus variable. Now how many variables? Number of variables. Number of variables is equal to 5. X, Y, S1, S2, S3. 5 variables are there. And the number of equations, how many? Number of equations are 3. So then how many number of basic solutions? How many number of basic solutions? So to find the number of basic solutions, what we will do? It is 5 combination 3. 5C3. And how we calculate the value of 5C3? To calculate the value of 5C3, let us move here. 5C3. It is factorial 5 upon factorial 3, 5 minus 3. What is factorial 5? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is factorial 3? 3, 2, 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. It is 2, 1. 3 to 1, 3 to 1 cancel. 5 times 4, 20. 2 times 1, 2. 20 divide 2 is 10. So how many solutions possible in this? There are 10 possible solutions are there. 10 basic solutions. 10 basic. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So these are the 10 possible corners in this question. So what is this? X, Y, S1, S2, S3. So first we'll take XY. XY. Then XS1, XS1, XS2, XS3. This is how you need to proceed. Then move with Y. YS1, YS2, YS3. Clear? And then with S1. S1, S1, S2, S1, S3, S2, S3. These are the 3 possibilities. So there are 6 possibilities. These are the non-basic variables. Put them 0. X0, Y0. If X and Y are non-basic variable, what are the basic variables? The rest 3. S1, S2, S3. So this you need to calculate. This you need to solve. By putting these to 0, find the value of S1, S2 and S3. Clear? Because negative value is there, so it is not feasible. Negative value is there, not feasible. Negative value is there, not. Negative, no. Negative, no. Negative, no. So only 4 corners are the feasible corners. Only 4 corners. And out of these 4 corners, you will get the maximum value here. This is the maximum value. And here you will get the minimum value. So you need to solve, you need to practice this question. If by chance you find the problem in the solution, please let me know. I will teach you this problem again. And this problem is given on example page 45. This solution is not given. This I have solved for you. This solution is not given in your course material. They have given this LPP and they proved there are 10 basic solutions. 10 basic solutions. Clear? So you need to solve this one. This I solved for you. So please practice this question. How? Then match your answer with this table. Okay? So this is the method number 3, algebraic method. So up to this point, up to page 45, we are going to get the syllabus, page number 6 to page number 45. So here your syllabus for midterm is complete. Okay, now I will tell you some of the important questions that may be helpful for you in midterm. I have prepared some question for you like this one. This type of question will come for 3 or 4 marks in your exam. What is this question? This is a graph and we have find the feasible region here. This is the feasible region. Clear? Because it is a online exam, so they are not going to ask you how to draw the graph. No, they will give you graph. In the exam, you will find the graph already made graph. You will find. Then you need to find what is the question. Question is you will find a table downside. They will write the vertex. It is O, A, B, C, D. Now Z value is there. This will be fill in the blank. You need to find the value of Z. So if maximum Z is equal to 5x plus 2y, clear? So what point having the maximum value? This you need to find, 5x plus 2y. Clear? So this you need to find. So what is this? How many corners? Corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4 and corner 5. These are the 5 corners. So first one is 5 into 0 plus 2 into 0. The answer is 0. A. 5 into 2 plus 2 into 0. It is 10. B. 4, 2. 5 into 4 plus 2 into 2. 5 into 4 is 20. 20 plus 4. It is 24. Now 3, 6. 5 into 3 plus 2 into 6. 15 plus 12. 27. D. 5 into 0 plus 2 into 7. 14. So dear friends, this is 1 mark question. You need to find the value of Z for all the possible corners. Corner may be 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. Clear? Like this one. So whatever corners are there, you need to find the value of Z. Question number 2. What is the maximum value of Z? How much? 27. This is 1 mark question. Another 1 mark question. At what point the optimal solution exists? Optimal solution exists. What point? So what is the point? What is the value of x? And what is the value of y? See here. What is the value of x? 3. What is the value of y? 6. This is. So this type of, this is 1, 1, 1. Now what next question? What is the minimum value of Z? It is 0. And what is the point where minimum value exists? It is x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Here and here. This is the minimum point, this is the maximum point. So there will be definitely 1 question like this where you will be given a graph and you need to find the value of Z. You need to find the value of maximum Z. You need to find the minimum Z and at what point the maximum value and what point the minimum value. This is a 3 to 4 marks question in your exam from chapter 2. I am not talking chapter 1. Chapter 1 you know. Chapter 2 I am talking here. Chapter 2 means you need to, this is one type of question. Graph is given. What is the maximum value? What is the minimum value? This is one question. Another question I told you. What? In the optimal solution, what are the basic variables? So basic variable means non-zero. So here, because he is asking basic. Basic means non-zero. X and S1 are the non-basic, basic variable. Non-basic are 0. Y and S2 are the non-basic variables. Okay. If you see the last question, in a linear programming problem with 2 constraints. 2 constraints means X and Y are there and 2 slack or surplus variables are there, S1 and S2. Only one of the following is possible. Now, if you see, I'll show you with the table. How many constraints here in this question? 2 constraints are there. If 2 constraints are there, 2 non-basic variables are there. 2 non-basic variables. So if 2 non-basic variable and 2 basic variables are there, S1 and S2 are the basic variable. Whatever slack and surplus variables you are adding are called basic variables. So what are the basic variables? S1 and S2. So dear friends, non-basic variables are always 0 and basic variables are always non-zero. This is the thing. So if two basic variables are there, two non-basic variables are there, that means 2 will be 0 and 2 will be non-zero. Now see, here if you can see x2, y minus 2 and s2 4. 1, 2, 3. 3 non-zero. Only 1 0. This is wrong. 1, 2, 3. 3 non-zero, 1 0. This is also wrong. 0, sorry, non-zero, non-zero, non-zero. 3 non-zero, 1 0. Wrong. 1, 2. Yes. This is the correct answer. Why this is the correct answer? Because here 2 0, 2 non-zero. So always remember, if we are adding two slack or surplus variable S1 and S2, so 2 will be 0, 2 will be non-zero. Clear? And if we are adding 3 surplus variable, then 2 will be 0, 3 will be non-zero. This is the condition. Please remember these conditions so that you can understand and you can find the solutions of every question. And one more question I explained you. Please remember this. What? All non-basic variables are 0. This is a true-false question. All non-basic variables are 0. And the next question is from this. What? How many basic solutions exist? Now, if I open one question in front of you, I will open this. Now, if this is the question, this is the question. How many basic solutions possible here? Because my dear friends, only two constraints. Only two constraints. So there will be 6 basic solutions. Clear? Here also 2 constraints, 6 answer. 2 constraints, 6. 2 constraints, 6. So by chance, if 2 constraints are there, there will be 6 basic solution. You can see here in this question, how many constraints? Only 2 constraints are there. You can see 1 and 2. 2 constraints are there. So how many solutions possible? Basic solutions. Basic solutions possible are 6. Clear? But in the next question you can see how many constraints are here? Here constraints are 3. So how many basic solutions? 10. So number of basic solutions depend on the constraints. If 2 constraints, so it will be 4C2. If by chance 3 constraints, it will be 5C3. By chance 4 constraints, so it will be how much? It will be 6C4. Answer will be 15. Here answer is 10. Here answer is 6. So number of basic solution, this is one of the important question that they may ask you. How many number of basic solutions exist? It is MCN. Number of basic solutions are MCN, where M is the number of variables, N is the number of equations. These things you need to remember, my dear friends. Now the last type of questions. Okay. Last type of question is what they will ask you. They will give you this. Clear? They will give you. Now let me copy this question and just a minute. This is the question. And what they will write? Max. No. They will write fill in the blanks here plus fill in the blanks here, and they will write less than fill in the blanks. This is a 1 mark question. You need to fill. So what we need to fill? A furniture dealer deals in 2 items, tables and chairs. So you can write tables is equal to X and chairs is equal to how much? Y. Tables are X, chairs are Y. Clear? He has to invest 500 riyal. How much money he is having to invest? Maximum 500 riyal. So here is the maximum limit, 500. Clear? What is the cost of one chair, one table? The cost is 25. How many tables are there? X. So total cost is 25x. What is the cost of one chair? The cost of one chair is 5 riyal. How many chairs we are having? 5. Sorry, Y. So what is the total cost? 5 into Y. So this is the fill in the blanks question. They may give you this type of problem. You need to write number here, and number here. So these type of questions you will find in your midterm. Please practice these type of questions. What one more type of question they may give you? Like you can see, this is, if they have given you this question, clear? So let us copy this question and just a minute. We make it 24. Clear? Now what you need to write? They will give you only the max Z equals to fill in the blanks. That means what they need? They need only objective function. They do not need anything. They need only objective function. You need to type the objective function here. Maximum Z they have given. Now you need to read the question. A firm manufactures 2 type of products, P1 and P2. Let P1 is X, P2 is Y. And sells them on a profit, 3 OMR profit on this and 4 OMR profit on this. And that's all, class. Because we need to formulate the LPP to make the profit. So what is the profit on this? 3. So 3x. What is the profit on this? It is 4y. No need to write the question, because rest of the question will tell you about the constraints. Clear? Here we are talking about the profit. How much profit? 3 riyal on first, 4 riyal on second. Class, 3x plus 4y. So it is not necessary they will ask you to formulate complete LPP. They may ask you only objective function. They may ask you what are the non-negative restrictions? X, Y greater than 0. Clear? They will give you this type of question. Which of the following is a non-negative restriction? Clear? They will give you 4 options. 2, 3, 4. X greater than equal to 0, Y less than equal to 0, X greater than equal to 0, Y greater than equal to 0, X less than equal to 0, Y less than equal to 0, X less than equal to 0, Y greater than equal to 0. Yes. What is the correct answer? 2. Because here this is not possible. Here both these are not possible. Here this is not possible. Here both are plus. So dear friends, and one more question I will tell you. The possible solution of a LPP is x is equal to 3, y is equal to -1, x is equal to 7, x is equal to 0, y is equal to -5, 3, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 0, and 4, x is equal to -3, y is equal to 4. Yes, what is the correct solution? Is this solution possible? No, because negative value is not possible. Is this solution possible? No, because negative value is not possible. Is this solution possible? No, negative value is not possible. This is only the possible solution because y may be 0 or greater than 0. So y is 0, x is equal to 10. This is the only possible solution. This is a 1 mark question in multiple choice. Which of the following is a possible solution for a linear programming problem? So only positive solution is possible. Negative solution is not possible. Please remember these type of things, these type of questions. Only what you need to do is you need to study again and again. More you revise,